Hi and welcome to a Memories Made scrapbooking process video. I'm Jen Gallacher. Today we're going to use some Hawthorne pattern paper. This is from a collection from Heidi Swapp, and you can see it has a variegated pattern. It has a wood grain on the back, and you can turn it either way you want. I'm going to have the lighter color at the bottom here. I really love this dark color at the top. Again, I've cut it down to 8.5 by 11 to go ahead and create my layout. Then I really loved this black and white stripe. It's actually from a collection from Echo Park, and it reminded me of a cabana stripe. And so I like to bring in elements that make sense. Then the Bella Boulevard new tropical collection, which I will link you to all the products in the video description below, so be sure to copy and paste what you want. But it matches perfectly with this Hawthorne purple paper. So before I place them down, I'm going to be adding this frame. And so I want to lightly place that frame up there. And I pre-plan my pages so I can get what I want. I just want to make sure I get that placement perfect. All right, so now that I kind of have a concept here, then I can go back and add my pattern paper. Across the edge here. And then I'm going to add that beautiful floral right below that, and I'm going to actually kind of tuck it underneath. So I'm using dot runner adhesive, just pulling it up a little bit. And again, edge to edge. I'm going to go ahead and take that little piece off. Make sure everything's stuck down. And then you've seen me do this before, but I love the look of crochet twine. So I'm going to add a little bit here for some texture. Just wrap it all the way around. I've noticed as I slip pattern paper into my photo sleeve, sometimes this twine slides up. So on the back here, if you just put some washi tape that just kind of runs all the way around before you put it in your scrapbooking albums, it will not slide up. So that's just a trick. It's not necessary, but that'll just keep that string from sliding when you put it in there. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I have this gorgeous title from Heidi Swapp. It is gold and glittered, and it is a sticker. And I measured before I cut my paper because I wanted to make sure that it would stick across the page. And I actually like that it kind of almost gets lost in that striped pattern paper because it's just this really subtle texture. So let's go ahead and add back some stickers. This is from an older collection from Echo Park. And because I've manipulated this and kind of moved things around as I've been planning my layout, the stickiness tends to go away a little bit. So I'm just going to go ahead and add my own. Same to the bottom of this beautiful floral. We'll stick that right along here. And then one more sticker also from the same piece, and we're going to stick it right across the top of the title. So all of a sudden the title almost becomes secondary, but not quite. Just add a few glue dots. Stick that right across, and I'm trying to make sure that it slightly overlaps that top edge here. All right, then I have a photo, and it's slightly less wide than a 4x6. I wanted something that was a little more narrow, and this will go right underneath that title piece. And again, I'm going to actually tuck it in a little bit. Looks like I bumped that title a little bit. If I find that something doesn't stick as much, I might go back with a liquid adhesive or something that sticks a little better. On the bottom right here is this little sunny sticker. And then from this same Bella Boulevard collection, I have several ephemera pieces. They are tropical florals, and I'm going to kind of build up a bunch of them here. And I'll show you how I do that. So I'll take one, and this will be kind of my anchor piece. And I like the two pieces that go up the top here. So I'm going to tuck it behind. Then I'm going to add a green leaf. You'll notice that some of the elements have a white around it, a white edge, and some do not. And it's okay to mix and match. So we'll lift that and we'll just kind of start adding some things in. Again, this is a leaf, and because it comes from the same collection as that pattern paper, it matches perfectly. But the fun thing is it also happens to match the stickers that I used up here as well. I have a large floral. This one I'm going to tuck underneath. Another leaf. Again, these are all from that Bella Boulevard ephemera piece, and if you are looking for it, check in the video description below. I will have it listed down there. And then to add some interest, we're going to pop dot the flower right above the piece on the left as well as on the photo. So I'll just take some round pop dots, you can use whatever shape that you have, and just put enough on that it sticks off the page just a little bit. Pull off the backing. And that just creates a little bit of dimension. Now for the journaling, I pre-printed it onto craft cardstock. And the reason why I did craft is I really love the subtle way that it sticks out on this page. Originally, I thought about doing it on white, but I really like that natural color on the layout a little bit better than white. We're going to slightly overlap the photo. And I like my edges to not be even. So right here on the side, I like to mix it up a little bit. And then this last one, I'm going to slightly tuck underneath. So you have the 3 different journaling pieces here. If you prefer, you could journal around the shapes if you wanted to. And then I'm going to come back and bring in the golded dotted eye. Now I have some enamel dots. This is from the same collection that these stickers came from. And we'll just add a couple of these to our cluster here. I love enamel dots. If you didn't know that about me already, you do now. I just really love how they add a little bit of texture and dimension. And I like to work in clusters. And if you're careful and you work quickly, you can actually move them around if you want to move them closer like I'm doing here. And then here at the top, just for fun, we'll add a few as well. So this is actually a really quick layout, but it's really dynamic because the background starts with a really rich purple ombre and then brings in really rich colors. One of the ways to pull this off is with a photo that isn't very busy, and then make sure your elements are large and then bring in black. Black always looks good with these rich colors. So thank you for joining me for this Memories Made video. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and for additional inspiration, visit jengallacher.com.